A reading from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, strive eagerly for the greatest spiritual gifts, but I shall show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a resounding gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and comprehend all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not jealous. It is not pompous. It is not inflated. It is not rude. It does not seek its own interests. It is not quick-tempered. It does not brood over injury. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. If there are prophecies, they will be brought to nothing. If tongues, they will cease. If knowledge, it will be brought to nothing. For we know partially, and we prophesy partially. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I used to talk as a child, think as a child, reason as a child. When I became a man, I put aside childish things. At present, we see indistinctly, as in a mirror, but then face to face. At present, I know partially. Then I shall know fully, as I am fully known. So faith, hope, love remain, these three. But the greatest of these is love. The word of the Lord.
Our second reading for this Sunday comes from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, the beautiful 13th chapter, which many people call the Ode to Love. The love that Christians must aspire to, this beautiful depiction of love on the part of St. Paul. In the first reading, we talked about the call of Jeremiah to be a prophet, to proclaim the truth that God wants to be communicated. And Jeremiah had to bear the price of rejection, of even persecution on the part of the hearers who cannot accept the truth from God coming to them through the prophet. The truth that the prophet conveys elicits anger, ire, hatred, even violence. Now, the second reading is a beautiful antidote or balancing factor. The second reading talks about prophecy also. St. Paul says, if I have the gift of prophecy and with full knowledge comprehend all mysteries, but if I don't have love, I am nothing. So even if I speak a lot, if I speak with human and angelic tongues, but if I don't have love, I am a noisy gong. The second reading talks about an important element of true prophecy. It is not enough to declare the truth, no matter how it hurts. It is not enough to say, okay, I have heard from God, so I speak up. Now, St. Paul is telling us, yes, you have to speak the truth, but what is your motivation? Is it love? Without love, your prophecy is nothing. Without love, your endless speech becomes noise. It is love that makes the truth truly the message of God. And as we go through the second reading, St. Paul says, love and truth really come together. For love rejoices with the truth. We cannot be in love and be a liar at the same time. Oh, yung mga may asawa dyan, yung mga magnobyo-magnobya, makinig. I cannot say, I love you. And then, I despise the truth. I cannot be truly in love without rejoicing in the truth. Now, some people will say, oh, yung pala naman eh. Okay? I will be truthful at all cost. Now, but make sure, truth is conveyed in love, so that the way we handle truth, the way we convey truth, is in this manner, described by St. Paul. Love does not put on airs. Love is not snobbish. Love is never rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not prone to anger. Neither does it brood over injuries. When we proclaim the truth, many times it is motivated by anger. And the sad thing is this: when we know something about another person, when we possess the truth or a portion of a truth about somebody else, and we get angry at that person, we use the truth to take revenge. We make use of the truth not as a tool for love, but we use truth for blackmail, to expose, to ridicule. Now, St. Paul is telling us, love and truth must come together. Even if I possess the truth, but if I use the truth to destroy somebody else, then I am just making noise. Truth must be communicated as truly God's truth. But how will that happen? When the communication is done in love, not because of any malicious intent, not because of any desire to destroy someone, not in order to put myself up at the cost of another's reputation. When truth is used that way, then it is not truth anymore. It becomes an instrument of destruction. Our present Pope, Pope Benedict, always loves to combine the two. Love in truth, caritas in veritate. Love without truth becomes sentimentalism. Love must always reside in truth, but also truth in love. Truth without love becomes brutality. So, a prophet is a bearer of truth, but a prophet is a bearer of truth only to the extent that he or she is also the bearer of God's love.